What's the most ironic thing you've ever witnessed? When my mom died of cancer, I was happy as heck. Because all of my other friends' moms died when they were 20 or 21, but I was 28. Which meant I was old enough to pay for her funeral and check on her headstone. And after a few weeks of visiting, I noticed a strange man who would always come, put down expensive-looking flowers, and sit there in silence. One time, I even caught him napping beside her grave in the pouring rain. At first, I was too overcome with grief to even care about who he was. But after a few months of seeing him there every single day, I asked him who the F he was. But, instead of simply telling me, he took a long pause before mouthing the words "I lost my voice," and practically running away. After that, I never saw him again. Until 5 months later, on my mom's birthday. He showed up with a Victorian sponge cake, her favorite, and a basket of pink tulips, also her favorite. And that time when he saw me, he knew there was no way out of answering my question. But before I could even ask, he broke down crying. Except it wasn't like the tears of grief from before. His hands were trembling and there were beads of sweat trickling down his face. He almost seemed guilty. I was going to give him a hug, but before I could, he confessed. Turns out, he was my mom's supervisor. You see, my mom was always exhausted from work. And despite having almost 3 years worth of saved sick days, she refused to even just take one, and he was the reason why. He told me that in her workplace, there was a rumor that she was exaggerating her sickness for attention. As a result, he pressured her into putting off doctor's visits and threatened to fire her if her execution on her workload took a hit. He said that there hasn't been a night since she died that he hasn't thought about what would have happened if he believed her. Because maybe if she had the opportunity of just a few more hospital visits, then she'd still be alive. I saw his lip quiver when he said that, and I didn't know whether I should punch him in the face or give him a hug. But anger won that battle, and I looked him in the eyes and said, if she was a man, would you have believed her? His face went red and I would have drilled into him more, but I knew that's not what my mom would have wanted. So instead, I handed him a cigarette. And I thought I'd never hear from him again. But last year, I found out he died from lung cancer. Lol.